Our women's doubles shuffle finalists, Susanna Barr, Jill Braverman, Megan Fudge, and Krista Gecheva, the last four standing out of a tournament of 16 as we get set for our women's final. As the fourth member of our crew, AJ McCord, joins us for a look into how excited these players are about this new format.
Dorian, it's not just this that these players are excited about taking home, but it is about the strategy that they have learned to employ here today in this new format. Talking with the players, they say it is such a good opportunity to get to know other players' games. And sometimes these people are facing off against and pairing up with people they've never gotten a chance to play with before. And so for them, each of these players, it's about making sure that they lock into their individual strategy while also letting somebody in just enough when they're partnered up with them to win in that moment. But above all else, there is one winner here. And so it's about that balance of making sure you're talking strategy with your teammates, however, making sure you're looking out for yourself as well.
Thanks, AJ. And I think AJ there hit the nail on the head. This, you have to trust your partner, but at the end of the day, it is every woman for themselves.
But I like how AJ put it. We're going to give a little taste, not a lot, though. We're not going to give you everything. We're going to give you enough to win.
And that's where the dynamics of this partnership, these partnerships on the court right now come into play because, again, 3 of the 4 women on court know each other so well as Susanna Barr starts off with a patented Susanna Barr lob and a big put away from Fudge.
Okay.
And a thumbs up from Braverman right away.
Okay. Yeah, and that was a perfect offensive lob there. You see Braverman almost get stuck. She had to do a couple of shuffle steps to be able to turn and run for it. And a big drive there from Fudge. So intensity already starting for Fudge and Barr.
Fudge got bailed out when Gecheva hit the out ball, but then couldn't finish off the point.
Yeah, and Fudge got just a little twisted up right there. Tried to go with the one-hand flick. Yeah, not getting that one.
Placement from Fudge.
Braverman yells at Gecheva, "You're there.
Go.
You're
Run.
there."
That's
Gecheva,
the power of positive thinking.
Gecheva looked right at her and was like, no, I'm not even near that.
And this is rally scoring. It's first to 21. Win by 1. Every point matters.
Oh, nice little.
Into the net.
Not full speed up, but it was like a 60% for 50% speed up there from Susanna Barr.
Chad mentioned the scoring first to 21, win by 1. You do not have to win on your serve. As Gecheva puts the forehand drive into the net. It's a 5-1 lead for Fudge and Barr. There's a look at Susanna Barr. One of the most accomplished players on tour, 26 medals in 2023. A lot of them playing alongside Megan Fudge in women's doubles as Jill Braverman misses the return.
And a big serve there from Fudge. The other part that you'll notice here in rally scoring is that the players aren't switching sides. We just saw Fudge serve, now Barr serve.
Sails long off the paddle of Braverman, and it's already a 6-point lead for Barr and Fudge.
So we'll check up. This is how they're starting in the order of play. I think a favorable start here for Barr and Fudge as the familiarity of the partnership to their advantage.
Gecheva puts it away with authority.
Good aggression there from Gecheva. And Dom, you and I were talking before the match, and it's that first one and the last one are the important ones. You can kind of gauge where you're at, how many points you need, because first off, it does go by wins, but second tiebreaker, or that tiebreaker, is point differential.
Oh, great get from Braverman, but left it up for Fudge to finish.
I mean, just Megan Fudge putting players on strings right here, finding open spots. The get, though, from Braverman, just to get that last one up and over and force Megan Fudge to hit another ball.
Braverman going
Good
right
read.
into the hip of Fudge. That's a nice spot for Jill Braverman.
Yeah, that's a very good read there from Braverman as well. Barr was trying to recover back into the court. Knew she could only go down the line. Perfect ball into the body.
Gecheva all over the kitchen line there.
Yeah, good spot there from Gecheva. She gets Susanna Barr fully extended, gets off the edge of the paddle and off the backside of Megan Fudge.
4-8. A nice little run here for Gecheva and Braverman to get back within 4.
Nice reach in there from Susanna Barr, using her length. A lot of people will try and take advantage because Susanna Barr's not the tallest player, but she does have incredible reach, likes to take that ball out of the air and kind of surprise her opponents, and she does right there.
9-4. 9-4 on the paddle of Megan Fudge.
Wow.
Nice combination, and Fudge finishes with the backhand.
Well, just one too many balls cross-court there from Krista Gecheva. She's not really moving that ball around. She's trying to go out wide. Fudge does an excellent job of picking her spot to crash and cut off that ball cross-court. Finishes through the middle. Tweener. And
Tweener, but for not, as Barr gets the finishing point. That takes us to the end change with Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge comfortably in control. 11-4. Don't go anywhere. Still plenty more ahead here at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Over the years, more than 100 APP titles between them, 11-4 early on. Next competition coming up after these 3 women's championship pool games. We look forward to that as well as we're on live Fox Sports 1 through within earshot. Find a seat here at Championship Court. Really fun action and a unique format here in New York.
If it is.
Some legends here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center making their return this week. That's Yvonne Lendl, the 8-time tennis Grand Slam champion, playing in the seniors division. Still got those ridiculous hands.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. He may be a little bit older and a little bit, the body's aging a little bit, but the hands didn't leave him.
Well, you want to talk about someone with great hands. Kim Clijsters, the 3-time U.S. Open tennis champion. She was playing in the women's doubles bracket, all over it with the hands and the ground strokes, and Kim just absolutely loved being here.
It is really special to be back at this venue. I don't get the chance, although I don't live that far away now, but I don't get the chance to come out here often. So whenever I get the chance, it brings back a lot of memories, and it's nice to do it for a different sport, but you can still get the same vibes a little bit.
So great to see Kim Kleisters back here around Arthur Ashe Stadium, won those 3 U.S. Opens. Yvonne Lendl, of course, the champion in the mid-'80s. That was an exciting moment for a lot of players here who grew up watching those players play.
Well, yeah, and Kim Kleisters, watching her the other day, she still has the hands, and she can still rip the ball.
Dom was afraid to be at the kitchen line if she was playing it.
Listen, I think that's fair.
Wait.
I'd be afraid to be at the kitchen line for that, as Gecheva absolutely punishes that.
Nice overhead there from Gecheva, and a good setup there from Braverman, creating the pop-up.
So 3 quick points out of the end change. As Braverman and Gecheva trying to get back into this.
Yeah, that's a great answer out of the end change here from Braverman and Gecheva, getting back within 4. Well, the miss hit from Barr pays off.
Yeah, just a little bit of a slower ball there as it caught the top part of that paddle. Gecheva somehow got enough on it, but not quite.
Nice angle there for Gecheva. What's the biggest difference you all have seen coming out of the end change for Braverman and Gecheva?
Well, they've put pressure on right now. They've started to put some pressure on as soon as they get to the kitchen line. They're playing a little passive early on. Now they're being offensive.
Oh, great placement there from Barr, right at the feet.
I love Braverman cutting off that speed
cut that ball off.
Right? She cut that ball off in the middle and reset. Great job by Braverman.
13-8. Barr, uncharacteristic forehand error for her.
Well, just a little too much body movement there from Barr. But, Dom, you brought up the point of Braverman and Gecheva inserting a little bit more pressure, being more aggressive. I think that's something that we've seen all weekend here, or all week here. Finish it off at this point.
Side out. Point.
The power that is now coming into the game. It's almost whoever takes the chance first to be aggressive is now controlling the point, where it used to be a little bit more setting up of the point, playing the point, developing the point.
Oh, no!
The lefty.
Off-balance lefty lob winner for Susanna Barr.
That's just, let's get this back over and see what happens. She's trying to get this down.
That was a lob to a lob.
That's the definition of making something out of nothing.
Unreal.
15-9.
Susanna Barr giving her team a 6-point advantage. Net cord. You're right, Chad. Great combo there.
No, that's an excellent combo there from Braverman with the backhand speed up. She knows exactly that point that she hit, where the counter was going to come back to, and that's that forehand side.
Point.
Into the left hip of Barr, into the net. It's down to a 4-point deficit.
11-15.
Oh, Krista coming up through that shot just a little too early. The ball never really came up. She's got to stay down and through that ball because of how low it stayed.
Fudge trying to back up, but not quite enough as Gecheva puts it at her feet.
Yeah, a good attack there from Gecheva as well. Dink popped up just a little bit from Barr, and Gecheva goes right at the right hip of Megan Fudge. Gets that ball to pop up again. Nope.
She said it again.
Inside out deadening dink.
So that's where you blow a tire right there, trying to take off from that slow start or complete stop-start.
17-12.
Oh.
Nice get. Organized chaos.
Barr puts it away, and organized chaos is the type of pickleball that Barr and Fudge like to play.
Timeout receivers.
Timeout
18-12,
receivers
1
as
minute.
Jill Braverman and Krista Gecheva are trailing by 6 here in the later stages of game number 1. While they take a break, let's take a look at our Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match. No surprise, Susanna Barr coming up with a lefty lob winner.
This lob to lob.
Well,
so lob back.
And I would say, you know, that's a surprising shot, but I think I watched Susanna do that 3 times this weekend in mixed doubles and women's doubles.
And there's a look at Susanna Barr sitting down in the purple top alongside Megan Fudge in the green. As we mentioned, these two partners for a significant amount of the year last year. Their last tournament together was Miami. They took home a silver, falling to Georgia Johnson and Millie Rain in the final of our first major of the year. Now partnering again here in this APP New York City Pro Shuffle, and it benefits guys to have that experience coming in. We've seen so many new partnerships, but you have to be able to go back to what you know and what worked for so long.
Yeah, and you know they played a lot together, you know, all of last year, beginning of this year. But here's the difference maker too, is they've still, even though they're not playing together, they've still remained very close friends. They talk every single day. And so even though they're not playing together, they still have that close relationship. And it's very easy for them to just rekindle back on the court again, as you see right here with the 6-point lead.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, nice forehand slid behind Fudge for the winner.
That's a tough ball to do that with as well. That ball was not very high. You could easily overhit that, and she doesn't. Great job by Gecheva.
Hands battle won by Fudge.
How many times have we seen Megan Fudge do that this weekend? She's playing incredibly well, and then she finds the open area away from Braverman.
But again, it's when she starts this exchange here, you see how she's up on the balls of her feet. She's short and compact. You know, the anticipation is next level right there.
Braverman getting big in the middle, and it has brought up game point for Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge.
I don't mind that speed up there from Braverman. She's ready for the counter, and she's all over it. She's hit it right at the paddle of Susanna Barr, and she's able to get that back.
Braverman puts it into the bottom of the net, and Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge take game 1, 21-13 over Jill Braverman and Krista Gecheva in our first women's doubles final here at our APP New York City Pro Shuffle on FS1.
We'll be back with another one here shortly. That makes Megan Fudge, again, perfect 7-0 already today. No losses on the slate. Barr moves to 5-2. And a big plus-minus for that duo puts them in great shape for the overall title here as we try to determine the best doubles player on the APP Tour here today in New York City. Stay with us. Game 2 will feature Fudge and Gecheva matching.
Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge are one game away from winning their first gold medal as a women's doubles duo here on the APP Tour this season. Championship point opportunity here, and that is how they do it. Megan Fudge and Susanna Barr are golden on the APP Tour in women's doubles for the first time this season.
This has been such a fun journey, and getting to know her better as a person, as a player, and just been a really fun ride.
St. Louis, thanks for coming out.
That was a look back at St. Louis last year. That was the first gold medal victory for Megan Fudge and Susanna Barr. But AJ McCord joins us now. AJ, these players, they have to turn the page quickly here from game to game.
And Dorian, Megan Fudge doing exactly that. She was still standing at center court, having just confirmed the score in game one with the official when she looked up at Gecheva and said, hey, you and me, let's go. That's how quickly they have to turn the page. And Megan actually shared a little bit more about her mentality on the APP player blog. She said, in this format, you can be three things in chaos, which chaos is hot water. So you can either be a carrot, and a carrot in hot water turns into mush. You can be an egg, which turns hard and shrivels up, or you can be a coffee bean and change the water. So I am trying to be a coffee bean.
That is some deep philosophy there from Megan Fudge.
For a Sunday afternoon.
Well, Dom, unfortunately, I think that would be deep for you no matter what time of day it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I was just about to say I don't like coffee, but, you know.
Side out.
That's a great step in right there from Braverman as she notices the Gecheva pop-up just enough where she can step in with that forehand.
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, no, Gecheva.
It was open.
So we hit on it earlier this weekend, and I said it. Jill Braverman, for me, is probably the best defensive female in the game of pickleball. She gets everything back. She plays clean.
I think there's two women on the court that may beg to differ with that one. They'll fight for that title.
That's true.
I mean, we've got three defensive superstars as Gecheva puts that one into the net. But Megan Fudge, Susanna Barr, and Jill Braverman have all made their reputations as tremendous defenders.
3-1.
Not quite getting over. Guys, I'll take that a step further. And we talked about it yesterday in the women's doubles gold medal match. It's not just the defense, it's how quickly they can turn defense into offense.
Yeah, you have to instantly now, and Chad hit on it a few minutes ago. The game's become so offensive. You have to turn that defense into offense quickly.
Oh, she pancaked it. Needed to slide the body to the left a little bit more. Give herself some separation.
3-3.
Right there, you saw the elbow lead the hand.
Ooh, Gecheva trying to go cross body. I don't mind the shot, but again, got to get that ball out in front of her a little more. She let it drop a little too much.
Oh, inside out forehand. The winner makes up for the error just a moment ago.
What makes the adjustment?
What adjustment did she make?
Caught the ball a little higher, more out in front.
Well, she also hit a forehand instead of a backhand and moved the feet and a couple of other things.
Barr miss hits into the bottom of the net, but that's what makes pickleball so technically difficult, while these pros make it look so easy most of the time.
Well, that's one of the things that I've spoken to some of the younger pros about this week. You make a mistake, and then you're still dwelling on that next one, and the next ball comes, and it just keeps snowballing.
Oh, got her.
Got her.
That's not a bad pull right there from Braverman. She almost shocked Gecheva. Gecheva couldn't get out of the way. Got her, I believe, on the side of the head.
Oh,
glancing blow. She's tapping the hat. 5 all.
5-5.
And that time, we saw the adjustment on the backhand side. First counter was a two-hander, but you saw the foot movement and her positioning. She wasn't as extended on the last backhand that she tried to take crossbody on Braverman.
Oh, nice spot there.
Barr slid it down the line for a forehand winner.
Fudge thinks that Susanna Barr was in the kitchen.
Six.
Whoop. Hit the net cord and
both you guys in unison.
Hit the net cord and kicked back into the net. Not much Gecheva could do right there.
And the net cord has come into play so often over the course of this tournament here in New York City. That time Barr the beneficiary.
Great hands from Susanna Barr on the speed up from Fudge, and a 2-point lead seems enormous here in this one as we've just inched along since the beginning.
So Braverman was in a good position there that she could have ended the point, but she got stuck with the feet. You saw the feet plant. She was just trying to use the hand. Eventually Gecheva cleared a body, got the winner down the line. As we see the live point differential here, we discussed earlier today, and that magic number is somewhere around 17. The first game in this pool, Gecheva and Braverman were only able to get 13, so that's a big deficit to come from behind with that point differential.
And right now, Susanna Barr sitting pretty, as that's going to take up to a plus 11 point differential, as that one was into the net off of the paddle of Gecheva.
Yeah, right now, I think Susanna Barr seeing too many thirds. If I'm Fudge and Gecheva, I'm going to get the third to Braverman here. Oh, nice spot from Fudge. She goes up her torso on Braverman, right at that right shoulder with about 70% pace. Braverman gets jammed up just enough. Great spot by Megan Fudge.
8-10. Into the hip of Gecheva, and that gets us to the end change as Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman holding on to a 3-point advantage, 11-8 over Megan Fudge and Krista Gecheva. And as they take a break to change ends, we're going to take a look at our AARP Match Spotlight. And this week's Match Spotlight focused on Masters Mixed Doubles. Margaret Corcoran and Mark Redding took home the gold. Congrats to Margaret and Mark. As we talked about, APP, not just about the professionals, but it's about pickleball players. So many players coming here to the grounds at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Everyone finding success as we take a look at the rest of our AARP Masters and Champions Division winners. Congratulations to all of those winners, including your brother-in-law.
Yeah, brother-in-law 2 for 2 as far as men's champion pro singles.
Putting everybody on notice out here is your brother-in-law.
Yeah, it helps when you're
so
like.
when are you going to win
50
some tournaments?
I'm not even. It's not even close to being a senior yet, and I'm sure he's not going to get out there and play against the 20-year-olds. Dom and I are in this limbo age, right, where you're not quite old enough for senior pro, and you're not quite young enough for pro.
Just sounds like excuses, as we saw that.
And I don't work out anymore, and I'm fat and out of shape. So I'll be true. I'll be real.
Also on that list was Karen Cochis, and you see her name a lot. She has put a lot of the senior pro women on notice as she has come out on top that gold medal stand numerous times this year. She's a lot of fun to watch.
Same positions.
11-8 in favor of Barr and Braverman coming out of the end change. Barr 1-0 already in this women's doubles Pro Shuffle pod. She and Megan Fudge took game 1 21-13 over the duo of Jill Braverman and Krista Gecheva. Unkind net cord to Gecheva as it crawls off the tape.
I like that misdirect by Gecheva. She goes inside out with the backhand, but I'd like to see her almost hit it instead of try and guide it there. I'd like to see her put some pressure on Barr cross court with that shot.
Gecheva wins the battle.
When Gecheva clears the body and she stays short with that take back, her hands are extremely good. We see 2 there. She finally clears the body enough and gets that winner down the line past Braverman.
Point.
This is not a situation where you want to allow Fudge and Gecheva to creep back in.
10-12.
Back to a 2-point game.
Nice dig.
Tried to slide it inside out, just wide.
I like the sell from Fudge. She tried to sell it quickly because off the paddle it looked incredibly good. It ends up just wide. I mean, that's a half an inch wide.
That's how slim the margins are when you get to this level on the APP Tour. Braverman says, how do I miss that one?
Well, I mean, in reality, that was a very good ball there from Fudge that got behind Braverman. It's difficult to pick it up, get it over the net, and keep it low when that ball's behind you.
Oh, just missing that. Yep, she got a little loose with the wrist right there. Opened it up. She wanted to go back behind Braverman, but opens that wrist, gets it a little too loose, and goes wide.
Big serve from Susanna Barr.
Yeah, that ball never came up right there. Just slid through the court.
Receivers. 15.
So the big serve from Barr gives a 4-point advantage, and it matches the largest of the day. Timeout on the court. We'll take a break with them. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more from our APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
This unique shuffle format, zipper APP New York City Open. Right now, as the score appears, certainly Susanna Barr with a big plus-minus. Megan Fudge trying to keep this one close to stay in contention. Fun to watch the points unravel here. Wins and losses matter, the points matter, every point matters in the shuffle format. With the APP New York City Pro Shuffle. Who's your favorite player, fans? Let's hear you when we say the name. Megan Fudge, who's your favorite player? You root for Susanna Barr, let's hear you. Krista Gecheva, can we hear you? Jillian Braverman. Let's have some fun here. Championship court.
Wasn't many.
Oh.
Huh?
A reminder to check out pickleballsuperstore.com via the QR code on the screen to get your instant discount. A beautiful Memorial Day weekend coming up here at the USCA National Tennis Center as we get set to continue our second game of our women's final here in our Pro Shuffle. And the players, they have to have a different mentality approaching this. And AJ McCord joins us with how Jill Braverman is taking a look at this new format.
Dorian, I was catching up with Jill's wife, Kristen Wallace, during this second game, and she said she and Jillian talked a lot about just how when it comes to this shuffle play, it's as much about who can be the best teammate as who is the best player on the court. And she said that she really feels like that plays into Jill's strengths because she's had to adapt throughout her career in professional pickleball to a lot of different players. But one of the players she's actually pretty used to is Susanna Barr. They did play together a few years ago here on the APP Tour, won a few medals together as well, and have the lead here in game number 2.
Barr and Braverman holding on to a 2-point lead as Fudge and Gecheva has scored 2 quick coming out of the timeout.
Oh, no.
And then
that ball
third.
just didn't come off Fudge's paddle.
And getting into the later stages here, 16-13. Fudge puts it away for the winner. And Chad, we were talking during the timeout about the difference between winning and point scoring. How does that matter in terms of strategy in a Pro Shuffle?
Well, we're at the situation here now where every point matters, especially down the last little stretch. We look back at game 1, and it was a loss for Braverman and Gecheva with 13 points. So right here, Fudge and Gecheva making a late run, but even if they don't pull off the win, and let's say we end up 21-15 here, Fudge has already moved ahead of Braverman.
All off the tape right there. Nothing Fudge can do right there except laugh that off because, again, it's just unlucky.
Off the tape, off the edge guard, and into the VIP next to championship court.
Now this is where you're on the other side. You got a 2-point lead, 17-15. Play side out pickleball.
You think this is safe to play side-out pickleball here?
I mean, 100%. You're up 2. Get this one here, 2 on your serve. Get up by 3. Oh, nice.
Braverman has the forehand winner, gets
right
on the serve, and now it is done. Just like you said, 3-point advantage. It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
Sometimes.
18-15.
18-15.
Jill called it out.
Yeah, and then Suzanne said no, it was in.
Okay.
16.
So it was indeed in on the lob, winner by Gecheva.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
it was actually inside
the line right there. Good call by Barr. That's a good setup in combination. Yeah, nice setup in combination there from Barr. Going with a little bit softer ball toward the left foot of Gecheva.
19-16.
That was wide.
That's nice.
Anyway.
That's 2 that Gecheva, in the first game too, we saw Gecheva play a ball, looked out. Played that one, looked out too.
As they say, ball don't lie. Ended up being a point for Fudge and Gecheva anyway. Gecheva slides it down the sideline for the winner.
And a couple of times there we've seen Gecheva with the forehand inside out, misdirect. Does a good job just keeping it on the paddle, sliding it down that line.
Back within 1.
Oh,
she wants that one back.
And she taps her chest going, that's my bad right there, because you're right, Chad. She wants that one back because she's usually money with that ball right there.
And it gives game point to Barr and Braverman. Fudge able to drive Braverman to the baseline. Their hopes for taking game 2 still alive.
Oh, man.
Tight.
Only 2 more points going to get played here, at least. At the most.
Braverman withstand a late run by Fudge and Gecheva as they outlast the duo 21-19 here in our second game of the women's doubles pro shuffle final. We will have a game 3 action coming up next. Stay with us here on Championship Court here in the Big Apple.
Plus 10 and 2-0. Lone player without a loss. There's 1 game remaining. We're taking a look at those plus minuses. As we noted, R2O plus 10 overall. Fudge goes to 1-1, but plus 6. Gecheva 0-2, minus 10. Braverman gets to 1-1, is now just minus 6. So that's how we look heading into our final game of this shuffle format. You can take a look at EAPP.global as well. Track the results and brackets. Then we'll get underway in another court first game. After this, we'll bring the men over to conclude their shuffle format. We're live on Fox Sports 1. Make sure you find a seat here at Championship Court. Things are getting interesting. Who's going to become the best doubles player on the APP Tour? That's why we built the shuffle to determine that outcome. We'll find out next. Game 3, the final game of our championship pool format here at the Zimmer Biomed APP New York City Open.
Getting ready for Game 3 action here in our Women's Championship of our Pro Shuffle. Here are the score from the first 2 games. Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge beat Jill Braverman and Krista Gecheva 21-13 in Game 1. And then Barr and Braverman taking Game 2 over Fudge and Gecheva by 21-19. So here we go in game number 3, and this is where the numbers really matter. You can see Susanna Barr there at the top, 2-0. +10, Megan Fudge lurking at +6, but the combination here requires Susanna Barr to reach a certain number if she does not win game 3.
Well, it's
typically we have multiple scenarios. In this situation, because Fudge scored 19 in her loss right there, there's only 2 scenarios. 1, Barr and Gecheva win.
Outright.
Barr takes it.
15 seconds, ladies.
If Braverman and Fudge win, Barr and Gecheva need to get at least 20 for Barr to win. If they score 19, then we're at a tie. Then we're at a tie with Fudge and Barr. Anything less than 19, Fudge will take it. Braverman and Gecheva have pretty much already been eliminated from being able to take this pool.
All right, ladies. I've got Braverman
It's really
and
a
Fudge
battle
on my
for
right,
first
starting
between
to
Barr and Fudge.
Barr and Gecheva on my left.
That 13, and we said how important the first game is. The 13.
Oh,
first point goes the way of Barr and Gecheva.
Thought Fudge had that dig.
Now, Barr and Gecheva have already played together today. They came out of the same pool. That was Pool C. The match they played together, they won 21-13 over Ariel Butler and Bobby Oshiro.
Point 1.
Side out, 1-all. Of course, Fudge and Braverman have had recent success on tour. They took home a gold in women's doubles in Delray.
Yeah, and right here too. So Gecheva has played the last 2 games on the right. She's now playing on the left here with Susanna Barr. A little bit of an adjustment. She does play a little bit more left side pickleball compared to playing on the right.
Great lob from Megan Fudge. The offensive lob up over the left shoulder of Susanna Barr. Beautifully placed.
3-1.
3-1.
Ooh.
Fudge puts it away on the feet of Susanna Barr.
Yeah, great point right there from all 4 of these ladies. A couple lobs in the middle. It was the overhead from Gecheva. She didn't get a ton on it, and it put them on the defensive end.
Oh, and the middle ball there. That's part of the unfamiliarity with the partnership.
5-1.
Early 4-point lead for Fudge and Braverman. Great get, but a better put away as Gecheva was waiting for it.
Point 2.
Yeah, way to track that down by Megan Fudge. It was all but over here. Forces another ball to be hit. That's at least what you got to do. You at least got to get your opponent into hitting another ball.
Hey, anything can happen on the high ball. We've seen that ball spray be hit long.
Gecheva misses the drop. And Chad, I want to go back to something that you said earlier about Gecheva being on an unfamiliar side. As a player who's moving sides, what's the key to adjusting quickly?
Great defense from Braverman. She's behind the baseline resetting this ball between her legs. Great reset.
Yeah, to answer your question there, Dorian, the communication has to pick up quickly there for Gecheva, but she also has to make that mental adjustment that now she's covering middle with the forehand rather than previous 2 games. She was not taking that middle ball as often.
And it doesn't help that Fudge is all over the kitchen line right now.
Now as we see the live statting too, now you're getting into territory where Susanna Barr's in trouble as Braverman's creeping up as this game starts to get away a little bit.
8-2.
Well, yeah,
Barr
I mean,
misses the dink.
certainly for second and third place there. But obviously Braverman can't move in front of Fudge because they're playing together.
9-2.
So 9-2.
Yeah, off the tape right there.
Unlucky off of the court as things going from bad to worse for Barr and Gecheva as Fudge and Braverman have run out to a 10-2 advantage.
Side out.
Just
Point
long.
3. 3-10.
That's a good
Forehand roll right
11.
down
Timeout,
Broadway.
change ends. 1 minute.
Perfect setup there from Fudge. Held that forehand nicely. And just a quick roll through the middle.
More from Game 3 when we return here at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle on FS1. Here's how our women's championship standings are rounding out. Susanna Barr 2-0, up 2-point differential, but because of the way this game is played out midway through game number 3, Megan Fudge there 1-1 plus 14 as she is playing alongside Jill Braverman here in this third and final game as we welcome you back into the broadcast, both here on Championship Court. Chad, Dom, this is what we talked about in terms of the points, why they matter. Susanna Barr had to win outright to have a chance to win this, but because of the way this one is played out, now it seems like it's a race between Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's a race between Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman for second place right now because they're dead even, and that 8-point differential is really starting to hurt right now, so they need to kind of get something together. That is Gecheva and Barr.
The winner going to be decided by point differential. Right now, that is in favor of Megan Fudge, who is 1-1. She took game 1 alongside Susanna Barr, 21-13. Fell in game 2 to Barr and Braverman, 21-19, but because that was just a 2-point game, that kept Fudge in the hunt. Fudge pushes it long.
Well, you saw a steady diet the way of Krista Gecheva right there. Fudge and Braverman came out of that end change and said, we're going to make Krista Gecheva beat us here.
Braverman puts it into the net. So, Dom, if you're Gecheva, you have to know that you are going to see that steady diet of balls. What adjustment do you need to make?
Well, here's the problem is Gecheva's a professional. The more she sees, the more she's going to get in a rhythm. And right now, she's won the last 2 points. So right now, they need to change that up. And they do. Oh.
Gecheva tried to slide the backhand into the corner pocket, but pushes it long.
Yeah, and a couple of times where Gecheva's tried to do that inside out, misdirect down the line on both the backhand and forehand sides there. Just opening the paddle face a little too far.
Playing so much defense, but Braverman finishes the point.
Well, I love the crowd. Anytime a ball hits the net and just trickles over, it's like a
takes everybody's breath away.
But it's the big finish right there, and the ball movement by Fudge and Braverman.
Nice ball.
Good
there.
angle there.
Braverman looking at Megan Fudge right there saying, my bad, my bad. I almost got you killed right there as you're charging up.
6-13.
Still a 7-point deficit, 6-13.
So right now, the magic
third.
number for second right now is 8. If it's an 8-point differential, Barr and Braverman are tied.
Well, yeah, that magic number is 13. But for
Barr and Gecheva,
Barr and Gecheva need to get to 13. 14 for Barr to take it outright.
Right.
Point 7.
Get a side out on the error off of the paddle of Jill Braverman.
7-14.
See, right now, Gecheva's just playing a little tentative.
Yeah.
There's even some balls where her and Braverman are toe-to-toe that she could take out of the air.
They're both just bumping it back.
Right. Braverman's
looking for the Braverman's looking for the counter.
Barr miss hits going for the dink.
Barr just caught a little wide there with the feet reaching in, couldn't roll it back cross court after being full extension.
And the deficit grows to 9 as Jill Braverman now +3. Make it +4 as that sails long.
$17-7.
17-7. Nice put away there from Gecheva.
Yeah. Excellent hands there from Gecheva. Stays nice and short on that forehand, slaps it back, quickly recovers to the backhand side.
Yeah, nice spot there from Braverman as she takes that ball out of the air, cuts it cross court. Full extension for Susanna Barr. Can't get it up and over.
I see just how quickly things can change here in this Pro Shuffle format. Susanna Barr came in +10, and now it is Megan Fudge who is +16. Gecheva not able to clear her body enough to get it back over the net, as now Fudge and Braverman within 2 points of taking the third game.
19-8.
Gecheva puts away the overhead.
Braverman's like, I'm just going to body up and stay right here. This one flies past that left leg.
9-19.
Gecheva misses into the net, and so now not just game point, but championship point for Megan Fudge.
Well, interesting scenario here. They win this one. Fudge takes it. Braverman takes second. Oh, there it goes.
Falls on the net, and Megan Fudge takes our first ever women's Pro Shuffle as she finishes 2-1. She will win this championship as she and Jill Braverman take game 3, 21-9 over Susanna Barr and Krista Gecheva. We will hear from Megan when we come back here on Championship Court at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle on FS1.
Shuffle format, the APP New York City Shuffle, the champ, Megan Fudge. We will hear from Megan on Championship Court with AJ. Looking forward to that conversation. Coming up next here on Championship Court, we'll pivot to men's championship pool action in the shuffle. Stay with us, the Zimmer Biomed APP New York City Open.
that conversation. You guys take it.
Megan Fudge comes out on top here in New York, Chad. She played clean as can be all day.
Yeah, we talked about at the beginning the importance of the first and third. She wins both of those. And then in game number 2, she was able to scrape out the 19 points, and that ended up being the difference that got her the win. We'll throw it down to AJ McCord, who's courtside with our post-match interview.
Megan, you were all over the court this weekend, and it really showcased itself today in this championship of pool play. Describe what this play felt like for you.
It felt like a lot of chaos. No, it was a fantastic day. I felt like the ball looked like a volleyball. I was seeing the ball really well. I felt like I was moving much better. Second half of the day just felt more comfort zone. This morning was a little chaos, so I apologize to my pool this morning. But no, I just was trying to have fun, move well, high energy for my partner and for myself. And no, it was a fun event.
To share the quote that Ryler shared with you this morning, if the chaos is the hot water, turns out you are the coffee bean. How did adapting play a role in you getting the win here?
Yeah, no matter what Ryler says, apparently I'm not that stubborn, okay? So I am adaptable, I am flexible, and it was fun playing with a lot of different partners today. People I may never have chosen to play with, but they proved themselves today, and it was so much fun. Yeah, it was really cool playing right side, playing left side, building players up, building partners up, and enjoying the atmosphere. So thanks for everybody for coming out as well. Great job, New York.
Congratulations, Megan.
Thank you so much.
Well, Megan Fudge, your champion here in the Shuffle in New York City. The first ever champion, Chad. She played great, like you said, in game number 2. She got it close. She made it close. She put herself within striking distance for game 3.
Yeah, that's what we talked about at the beginning of today. You know, with that magic number being 17, if you can go 2-1 and your loss is there at 17, you're in pretty good position. The 13-point loss for Braverman, the 9-point loss for Barr, that ended up being the difference there. So fantastic effort for Megan Fudge.
Well, that is the end of our women's final Pro Shuffle, but don't worry, we have plenty of action on the other side of the break. It's the men's doubles Pro Shuffle final when we return here in New York City.